वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे, ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं। तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे, तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे। बाबा अब भी साथ हमारे हैं।
बच्चे मैं आपके सदा साथ हूँ।
Om Shanti, Merciful Bestower, give the experience of coolness and peace. Let any soul who comes into connection with you experience coolness and peace from you in a short time, so that each one sings the praise in their mind. Who was that angel we came into connection with? In a short time, let that desperate wandering soul be able to see the way to quench his thirst of a long time and also his destination. This is known as iron becoming gold in the company of the alchemist stone. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 9. Merciful and Bestower. Give the experience of coolness and peace. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. According to Baba, everyone needs mercy. Some they're looking for destination, some are after fulfilling temporary desires and a lot of inner frustration. So Baba says as if everyone needs that drishti of mercy. And those who don't know Baba, to introduce Baba as merciful is very, very important. Because Baba is the one who can really, truly give mercy. But then also for us, very, very deep inner contentment of that I found Father. We have recognized Baba. We know now where our home is. We also know what's our future. So internally, we have to look into that. I have maybe 100% faith in all that. But now is also the time to have that experience, feeling secure, where I am going to go from here. I will go home. What is our future? Golden aged future. So it's like very, very deep contentment and stability. And that will keep us very cool, feel us very cool, because internally, in a subtle way, when there are a lot of subtle doubts and questions, that it creates irritation, right? And thus we can call it hate actually. So I was really deeply thinking that this contentment of our own home, future, creates a cool nature, very natural. Like Dadis, they had 100% faith. And that faith was real, not only in the intellect. But it was real faith, and because of that, whatever was situation, they were very cool. And also giving peace, being merciful and give peace. Mm. So it's very, very interesting when Baba says coolness and peace. They both are very connected. So wherever we find that there is a lot of subtle frustration, or because of that some anger, so what we have to do, spread the vibrations of coolness and peace. I've been thinking since I heard that this is what we have to do, to feel inside, am I cool? Whether it is through my company, or it's through drishti, or even through verse, give introduction of Baba as merciful. Baba is loveful, merciful on all the souls, Baba said. Children who recognize him, but children, those who do not know him, still Baba is merciful. So I keep thinking that why Baba has so much emphasis on for us to be merciful and be a bestower. Bestow in some way or other. I liked yesterday's when Baba says, now come above making efforts and just be bestower. So is it Baba wants us to be master or fortunate or like Baba? Why Baba wants us to be so merciful? Not only merciful, but then the mercy means to be a bestower. Because I think that's the true service, right? It's not, yes, we need to give introduction of Baba, we need to give course, all that is important. But even while giving course, while giving knowledge, it is our inner stage or attitude should be of love, should be of mercy, very peaceful, so that whatever we say it not only feels real, but other soul is able to receive it, feel it, experience it. You will find that Baba's homes anywhere, when people come, oh, this is so peaceful, it's so nice here. So immediately they experience peace, right? Baba's home. And we children are the ones who live or hold it or responsible. And it's all because we all are peaceful. So the vibrations of peace. And when there are vibrations of peace, then they experience peace, right? People do experience, we met this one and this one is so peaceful, looks very peaceful. So the company also is important. So Baba is teaching us different ways to give. And that is only possible if I am that being, being of coolness and being of peace. When I am that being, then only I am able to give, right? And to be merciful on everyone, everyone. As Baba said, whether they get to know the destination I remember when I came to know about my home, my future kingdom, it was such a deep contentment, stability and security. Like before internally mind is wandering, as if mind is looking for something, wants something. Mm. So our homework is very beautiful. I have to be merciful and be bestower of coolness and peace. I think we have to all think about it. I was connecting coolness with contentment. I got it. I know. So it's not like internally some kind of discomfort, but there is lot of feelings of contentment and peace. And because of that contentment and peace, as the child of merciful Father, I also can be merciful and bestower. Oh,
Oops, what happened? Om Shanti Didi.
Om
Good
Shanti.
evening. I
Good.
love this quality of coolness. And I always say this is my favorite day because it's what I would like to be. And I think when there's coolness, everybody else feels safe. You know, they're not challenged by coolness. And there's no emotion, no expenditure of emotion. And that you can generally make good decisions. So there's from last week there were a few left, or each night there was like something else that I wanted to ask. And one of the things that, although perhaps we've always known it, but I'd not really thought about it very much before, and that is that all of the other spiritual teachings and religions and everything else, they might focus to some degree at best on the mind, but they don't focus on the intellect. And this is very, very specific, I think, to Baba's teachings. I think it's a very unique thing, and you would know better than me in terms of Hinduism and the different mats and paths that they have there. And what I was curious about is when you first came to Baba, was it already established that the soul's faculties were the mind, the intellect, and sanskars? It wasn't there right at the beginning. So historically, when did that arise? And do you remember being struck by it?
Yeah, it's actually you're right that when there is emotions, peacelessness, sorrow, everything is connected with the mind, right? So everyone talked about peace of mind and always talked about, they didn't see the role of intellect in that. But when Baba comes, he says, he gives knowledge, and knowledge awakens the intellect. And then intellect is the one who has power to discern, and intellect is one which have reasoning. So we start seeing the importance of intellect. In until now, most of the scriptures, they think soul is soul, right? They don't see mind as the part of the soul, mostly in all the scriptures. So they don't see intellect, of course, but also mind they feel that mind is emotions and not as a faculty,
Mm-hmm.
as that. That is why, to understand that mind has to think positive, mind has to think to be creative. They don't see that role of mind. So, and then for us, pure thoughts, elevated thoughts, thoughts of good wishes, all that is the function of the mind, but mind is the part of the soul, which is, I think, I remember that if we tell someone, they always say, mind gets impure, but not the soul.
Uh-huh. Right.
Generally, they will say, intellect gets something, but not the soul, because they don't see mind and intellect as part of the soul. They see soul as ever pure and soul as light. And but then Baba says, how will soul function without mind, intellect, and sanskars, right? So definitely, it's not very common concept. In the beginning, some people, they immediately realize and they feel it, and there are some, they still feel no, mind is separate, and takes little while, especially those who have studied some scriptures, they take longer time. But ordinary person can immediately connect and say, yes, mind, intellect are the part of the soul. Right?
Right, but there's greater importance given here to the intellect, I think, than the mind. that okay, all three have to function in tandem with each other, but the part of the intellect is very specific. And just to go back to what I was asking you before, at what point in the history of the emergence of Gyan was there clarity about those three things? Baba talked last week about the far-sighted and the broad intellect, and what else was he referring to? That people will talk about a clever intellect, and Baba even mentioned a narrow intellect. I think the inability to imbibe was how he might have said it. But I'm wondering historically, when did that? Because it's such an important, clear aspect of Gyan. And again, I think there's, when you would ask new people, for instance, when you would have explained the faculties of the soul, and you would say, if you only had to work on one of them or work with one of these things, which one would it be? And they can guess that, yes, having heard the knowledge, that it's the intellect that is the key element. So,
Because
sorry.
that's what actually this concept, as far as I know, is very clear from very beginning. But
Really?
in the beginning, they didn't give course like we give,
Right.
So, but when I came, it was very clear, very precise.
Oh,
And
really?
then see, if there is understanding, then it gives answer to the mind, right? Why you shouldn't be doing this, why you shouldn't be thinking. And then there are a lot of thoughts, and intellect will say, but it's drama, no, why you are thinking. So intellect has to really uh, work with the mind. And then we do action, and then sanskar is created. So we always say that first change which happens is in the intellect. And that is why we say divine intellect, or third eye is also intellect, or conscience within the intellect.
Conscience. Yeah.
So I think that all there had been, yeah, but as you're saying truly that in other theories there is not much importance of, it's all mind, not of
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and without the
yeah,
intellect being strengthened, through Gyan, the connection in yoga, then
yeah.
the mind's not going to behave itself either.
Mm.
Yeah. That was, and what was it? Baba said something today that was very interesting. And I wonder about it, how it appeared in Hindi. And people came up with different takes on it here. And it was this thing of not to think evil, because you first think of something and then you speak of it and you then see it. You know, normally you would think the other way around, or you see it and then you speak about it. But he said you speak of it and you think it, speak about it, and then you see it.
Yeah, it's said both ways, basically what Baba is saying, that whatever you are seeing has the influence of your thoughts, so that means whatever you are thinking, of course you're speaking, but that's what you will also see, So what he's connecting, that actually it is through the thoughts that every sense organ operates, right? It is through the thoughts that body, seeing or speaking or hearing, all that happens is, the first is actually thoughts. You think and then all actions happen.
Then you speak of it and then you see it. So yeah. It could be that you think of it and then you see it, or you think of it and then you hear it, or you think of it and then you speak of it. But it seemed to be like the three things. And, somebody told a story of in essence, they'd had a bad experience on public transport. There was like a very violent scene, and they were on their way to the center. And but all the while this scene was being enacted, they were saying, I'm a point of light, 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 and remained peaceful. And then they got to the center, and then after the center, the teacher said, why were you late? And so then she started to explain. And even though while she was in the middle of the scene, and she was remembering that she was a soul, she was okay. But as soon as she started to tell the story and she started to see it again, then she was seeing it, when the words were coming out of her mouth, and then some little feeling. I thought that was interesting, and the same thing, that like knowing when to keep quiet, because again, your words, you create pictures in other people's minds with your words, and to know what they're seeing when you're speaking. I think
it's connected. If you see something later on, when you think, then you are seeing in a different way, because while seeing you are practicing or trying to be detached, so you are actually internally doing some spiritual work.
Right.
And then later on, you are really saying, oh, it was so good, or it was so bad,
Right,
At that time, you're not thinking all that. Yeah.
Yeah. But coming into words about it, then you generate the images, and then other people are going, oh, that's awful. That's terrible. Yeah. So anyway, it was a beautiful Murli today. You had it yesterday, but we had it today, and it was so beautiful, especially this thing of how the new world will be like a family, and how the two things at the present time that create that is love and Srimat, so that there won't be any lawfulness there, any lawlessness there. That at this time it's just Baba's love and Baba's Srimat. Yeah. So,
but Srimat is like law,
Yeah. Even love is a law, but it's a natural law.
Yeah.
It's a natural law. Yeah. All right. So that's me for my questions today. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Mohini Didi.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
So once again, the homework for tomorrow, 10:10. Merciful Bestower, give the experience of coolness and peace. Let any soul who comes into connection with you experience coolness and peace from you in a short time, so that each one sings the praise in their mind. Who is that angel we came into connection with? In a short time, let that desperate wandering soul be able to see the way to quench his thirst of a long time and also his destination. This is known as iron becoming gold in the company of the alchemist's stone. Be merciful and reveal your form of being a bestower. Om Shanti.
Merciful and bestower, give the experience of coolness and peace. Let any soul who comes into connection with you experience coolness and peace from you in a short time, so that each one sings the praise in their mind. Who was that angel we came into connection with? In a short time, let that desperate wandering soul be able to see the way to quench his thirst of a long time and also his destination. This is known as iron becoming gold in the company of the alchemist stone. रहमदिल, दातापन, शीतलता व शांति की अनुभूति कराओ। आपके संपर्क में जो भी आत्मा आए, उसे थोड़े समय में भी आप द्वारा शीतलता व शांति की अनुभूति होनी चाहिए, जो हर एक के मन में यह गुणगान हो कि यह कौन सा फरिश्ता था जो संपर्क में आया। थोड़े समय में भी उस तड़पती हुई भटकती हुई आत्मा को बहुत काल की प्यास बुझाने का साधन व ठिकाना दिखाई देने लगे। इसको कहा जाता है पारस के संग लोहा भी पारस हो जाए। ओम शांति। Om Shanti Avakti Parivar. So we are in month of October, and the speciality of month of October is Bapdada season starts, right? And the first turn is for double foreigners for years and years. That was the system. And now this month also, 12th of October is Bapdada coming. So first turn, So in Avyakti Parivar, we will be also following Bab Dada's meeting with double foreigners. So we have planned in Avyakti journey. We'll go through all our meetings with Bab Dada. So welcome to Avyakti journey. Bab Dada meeting the double foreigners' children. Imperishable love of the heart brings each child close. So now let's see our meeting with Bab Dada.
तेरी शिक्षाएं और प्यार साथी बन साथ निभाते हैं।
किन शब्दों में आपका धन्यवाद करे बाबा, किन शब्दों में आपका याद करे बाबा, किन शब्दों में आपका धन्यवाद करे बाबा। बेहद का प्यार आपने हमको है दिया, हीरा हमें बना कर श्रृंगार है किया। बेहद का प्यार आपने हमको है दिया, हीरा हमें बना कर श्रृंगार है किया। श्रीमत से मन चमन को आबाद करे।
हीरे जैसा बाबा है, हीरे जैसे बोल, मेरा तो शिव बाबा एक दूसरा न कोई, मेरा तो शिव बाबा एक दूसरा न कोई। दुनिया है पराई, परायों से क्या मोह, दुनिया है पराई, परायों से क्या मोह, मेरा तो शिव बाबा एक दूसरा न कोई, मेरा तो शिव बाबा एक दूसरा न कोई।
Om Shanti Vyakti Parivar. Did you all like it? So beautiful to see how Bab Dada meeting with double foreigners. So in month of October, that's what we will be doing. We'll meet Bab Dada every day. Yeah. So that's new. And just to let you all know that Bab Dada is coming on 12th. And in Madhuban, there is double foreigners. But they have a program, actually double furnace program, which is going to start. Actually, it's from the group is from 10th to 19th, and the program starts on 10th October, 5:30 p.m. welcome program, and that's India time, right? So it's tomorrow they're starting according to our timing. So there is a schedule has come which we will send you in email, and we will try to implement as much we can do in a Vyakti Parivar. Because of time difference, I'm not sure if we can get all the program in, because sometimes daytime, nighttime. So let's see how much we can do, but we will send you the schedule which has come from Madhuban in a Vyakti Parivar today, so that you are aware of the timetable according to India's time. And also we'll keep you posted how we will implement in a Vyakti Parivar as well. Thank you very much. And now tomorrow is Monday, so regular schedule from Amrit Vela till night. And now we'll remember Baba and take Drishti from Didi. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Good night, everyone. Good night.